Yo, what's up YouTube? Today I'm going to show you guys some various levels of loot bag tricks in Pets MX that work for a variety of different players. So we're going to start out small. If you're new to the game, or even if you're like a moderately good player, you can go over to the fantasy shop. Once you're over at the fantasy shop, you're going to walk over to the samurai egg. The pet you're looking for is that panda in the top left-hand corner. If you can only equip 4 pets, feel free to use the candy eggs basic as well. But for those of you who can equip quite a few, I definitely recommend using the panda for this trick. Basically, go ahead and hatch your first egg, and there we go. We got ourselves a panda right away. You're gonna get as many as you can hold, and don't worry, you don't need any enchantments. There we go. We've got my 19 pandas. As you can see, they're about 45k power. From here, teleport or walk over to the volcano. See this large chest here? Feel free to go and attack that. Once you're doing this, you can either AFK farm using your favorite auto clicker, or you can sit here and manually do it. So as you're gonna see here, when the chest pops, about 10 to 12 loot bags are gonna come flying out everywhere, right? That's really good for new players. So from here, you're just gonna keep attacking the chest. Let's fast forward about 30 minutes so you can see what it's gonna look like. Full disclosure, there are of course other ways to do this, but this is how it's gonna look roughly after 30 minutes of time. You're gonna notice the large boxes that give you boosts, and you're gonna notice the bags that can contain coins or gems. I would normally advise standing closer to the chests when doing these methods, otherwise you may experience a lot of lag when more and more bags are on your screen. So let's go walk over and pick some stuff up. Basically just walk around, gather all your nice fancy little loot bags and boxes. Yeah, as you're gonna see, you end up actually getting quite a lot of gems, and you don't require good pets. Keep in mind, this is only the most basic way of doing this trick. The next method is actually one of my favorite ways to do this. You will have to have Tech World open to be able to do this trick. So with this particular trick, you're gonna wanna hatch robots from the Dark Tech Egg. They are a little harder to hatch as they're only 3%, so if you want, feel free to use your lucky boosts. Alternatively, if you don't want to waste space on a whole bunch of unnecessary pets, you can also set your auto settings to auto delete everything other than rares, because as you're going to see here, the robots do count as a rare pet. See, here they are, rare, right there. Just in case you do this method, make sure you turn your auto settings back off afterwards, or you may end up deleting some pets that you like later on down the line. Once you have your full team with this method, you're going to go over to the Hell Island. I personally find this method to be a lot faster than the last one we showed, and there's also 2 chests, so it makes it a little bit easier to farm. In this case, go ahead and throw all of your robots onto one of the Hell chests. At this point, I'm also going to be that person who reminds you to hit the subscribe button if this video is helpful to you. As you're going to see, each time you pop the Hell chest, roughly as many loot bags as the last method are going to pop out. The only difference being, this one actually breaks a little bit quicker. Let's skip forward another 30 minutes so you can see what this method's gonna look like. So, assuming you only dealt with 1 chest, this is roughly what it should look like. Once again, I do personally find this method to be a little bit better than the last one, but it does require you to be a little bit more advanced of a player. Same thing applies though. If you go AFK for a long period of time, this will lag your computer and is more intensive than the last method. This next method is easier in some ways than the last and will also get you tech coins. However, you cannot AFK farm this. You will have to do this one manually. Once again, go to the Dark Tech Egg. This time, you're looking for the Cyber Fox, which is the easiest pet to pull from the egg. For this method to work, you are going to have to make your Cyber Foxes gold. If you don't know how to do that, go to the spawn world and just go to the gold machine. It's right to the right-hand side of the bank. Use 5 or 6 normal Cyber Wolves. That's going to give you a golden one. Once you have your full team, all you gotta do is move over to where the steampunk area is. Not the chest, the actual area. Once you're here, throw your pets onto some of the larger different items and chests that are in this zone. As mentioned, this way is going to feel a little slower as you can't AFK it, but it does also give you a large amount of tech coins in addition to the gems that you're already getting from the other methods. So if you're desperate or saving up for that last egg that's coming, this would be a way that you'd want to do it. This chest hasn't broken yet, however, there's already roughly 20 bags on the ground. So now it's gonna burst, let's see what we get. Oh yeah, there we go. See, a whole bunch of bags are going to spew out. You can put your pet sending to single if you really want and send them to different items. That is completely okay as well. You can even go back one zone, so from steampunk to dark tech. I wouldn't recommend leaving these 2 spots though, as once you do, the power of your pets will not translate to as many loot bags. So let's just go gather this real quick, and you're going to notice that even though they are fairly weak from a pet standpoint, that you are actually getting a whole bunch of gems and tech coins, which will really help you if you're not quite a top tier player at PetSMX. If you are a top player, I'm going to show you one last trick, which is the absolute best way to get gems. I'm going to assume you do not need tech coins, as you should be able to get a sufficient amount just by hitting the large alien chest at the end of the tech zone. You're going to make your way over to the tech entry zone. Now, please note, this is only going to work if you have Galaxy Foxes or better. So if you have a team roughly like mine, this trick is the best way to get gems. You'll probably get, I don't know, 5 to 10 million every 30 minutes. So now that they're all equipped, I am also going to pop a damage booster, just to help the chest break a little bit easier, as it's already large enough that your power shouldn't really matter in terms of, loot bag to damage ratios. So we've turned this on, and now we're going to send our pets. So we're going to hit this for a little while, and I'll show you roughly what happens. So we farmed for a while, and this is the bags that we have right here. Of course, there are some other ones hidden directly underneath the chest, as this chest is a lot larger. Ultimately, you will find that you get a lot more gems using this method. I also find that I get a lot more boosts than I normally would through other methods as well. So you can all see why I think this method is the best, assuming you are an end game player. When this chest pops, we're just going to let ourselves get stuck underneath it for a little bit, just so we can pick up a few of the loot boxes that are underneath. As you saw really briefly, there are a lot of bags underneath. In fact, we almost got 500,000 just by running in, and we were unable to pick up most of them. Just be careful if you do get trapped underneath the chest that you do not teleport out of the zone. As long as you just teleport anywhere in the spawn world, the bags will not despawn. But if you were to go to the tech area, for example, all the bags that are here would no longer be there. We won't bother grabbing everything under the chest for the sake of this video, but I hope these tips were helpful to you. If you're looking for some other tips, be sure to let me know in the comments, and also feel free to subscribe so you can see future content. Thanks, you guys, and take care.